Alright, welcome back to Nick and Trav. Everybody, I'm Nick.
I'm Trav.
And we're back here in Mechanicus, and we're gonna get ourselves some upgrades. Let's get our boys in here, and one of each, and then two circle boys.
Got so much health now.
Yeah, our boys are healthy. Did a little bit of upgrades, but you know, it's all good. Report receives from Subdomina Kepler. Synopsis follows: heavy resistance, minimal gains, mounting casualties. Confirm yes or no. Correct. There have been setbacks. Our troops have encountered a new Necron warform. Reaction equal delight. Look at her. Great Tech Inquisitor, explain. Enemy warform, provision designation destroyer, anti-grav technology confirmed. Explorator request file access, anti-gravity Magos requests the high priority. Study of provisional designation, desirable plus. God, dude, she literally is a goddamn robot.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Through station 7 for 20. Yep. Statement agreed. Pressing from formulation follows. Commence deployment immediately. Ooh, those are a lot of rooms.
Sweet.
Someone's excited.
No, we're not going to go through all of them. It's never a good idea, probably.
Destroyers is playing merry hell with our Skiddus units in the Tomb of Extras. They are highly mobile and heavily armored weapon platforms. Taking them on is dangerous in the extreme. Reason to observe them. Our troops possessing such technology extrapolated to conclusion greatly increased battlefield effectiveness. I was raised to see that as a dangerous thing, Magos. Put such petty aside for now, Subdomina. It is the cohort ready to advance. Yeah. I have plotted the likely location of the destroyer units there somewhere within this complex. The fortune of Mars be with you. Oh, hey. Alright, so this is our map. Our objectives over there at the far right. We got two glyphs, so down or right?
Wait, take one more lap around.
Okay.
Actually, not as many rooms as I initially thought. Let's go down.
Alright, we're going down. Left to right, my friend.
Let's do right. That one looks new.
Ooh. 2CP! Yeah. Single board designed for the Necron cancer creature extrudes from its spike.
We're in the money now.
So we can only go over here.
Keep going.
Yes, I go. Transmission origin equal Necron. Xenos language study opportunity. Request study. Hark not to the... Oh, this motherfucker. Vitex is back, boys. Hark not the aliens' words, lest ye unknowingly repeat them. True when Archmagos Venturus Haliant wrote it. Magos, true today. This chamber is bathed in a constant data flow transmitted by the tomb's own awakening protocols. This transmission must be of Necron origin. Decode. Attempt to decode the transmission locally with the cohort's internal cognitors. Delegate. Relay the transmission to the Castus Metaclan for translation, or we dismiss, block out the transmission from squad communications, and pay it no more mind.
Before I make a decision, remind me what is our objective in here?
It's right over here. We need to collect Necron destroyer specimen samples.
Let's try and delegate it.
Okay. The presence has been detected.
Wow, okay.
The ship's conjectors react with hostility as to the alien transmission, and the machine spirit of the Castus Metaclan rapidly quarantines the affected machines. News of this reaches the cohort, who reacted near infection of the ship with dismay. Man, you must infected the fucking ship, dude. What the shit?
Wow, okay, right, let's get the glyph.
Oh, you're going straight glyph? Alright, let's go. Alright, left to right.
I like going my Plants vs. Zombies one. Get that one on the right.
Hey,
Yay.
he's healed for 2. Good for us.
Unnecessary but appreciated.
Alright, next room. Let's go. The Lives of the Logic Saints, Psalm 61. Even in death, our duty is not complete. Mortally wounded, Scaevola lies on the floor of this chamber, his torso laid open by God's fire. He was evidently caught in a firefight and left behind when his unit fell back. It is likely the Scaevola was attacked by Necron destroyers. The Scaevola might have witnessed their tactics up close. Deliverance. Administer medical assistance to the trooper. Interrogate the trooper about the Necron destroyer combat tactics and demand. Or download. Access the trooper's internal cognitors for data recorded during the firefight.
Let's download.
2CP!
Max it out.
The cohort inserts a data probe into the dying trooper's cortical port. The shock of extracting the data of his final moments finishes him off, but the cohort requires several minutes worth of data showing the destroyers emerging from the shadows in perfect coordination and unleashing a fatal crossfire. They are heartened that the trooper was able to share this knowledge even at the moment of death. Alright, we're going up.
Oh, damn.
Relevant opportunity. Combat data on. Provisional designated destroyers acquire. This chamber is the site of a skirmish between a unit of Scaevola and the Necron destroyers. A few corpses badly mauled by Gaussfire lie around an hurriedly erected flake-weave barricade. Pray. Say a prayer for the fallen, marking the joining of their intelligences with the machine god. Do we want to procure, search the fallen for useful supplies, or do we want to peruse? Examine the marks of weapon fire and other evidence for information on the Necron destroyers' combat tactics.
Let's peruse.
Calculation commences. Lives of Star Troopers, additional Necron combat data. Calculation complete. Exchange justified. Hey, Blackstone! Cohort spent a long time documenting the weapon marks and wound patterns left by the destroyers. These particular Necrons seems to use their ability to unleash massive targeted firepower against 2 targets. Alright.
Let's finish it up.
Oh, you want to go straight in?
I mean,
Alright. There we go.
you know, if you feel like fuck around too much, that's how you die.
Well, I mean, like, this is an easy one, so I thought maybe you would max this bitch out and force me to do all the horrible things.
No, I'll do that on a hard one.
This motherfucker again. Most interesting, not all forms of humanoid, logging data, a Centurion form, and gravity defying. The Xenos show that they are more alien than we originally thought. Text of the oiled cog of version 12 states, one can verge from the standard form, but one must always retain their humanity, or be lost to the men of iron and their ways. I do not mean to diverge from the discussion, but what are these iron men? Unclear. This text was logged many millennia ago. There's no other reference to them in my incognitors. Be focused, brothers. We have a new enemy afoot, and we must ensure that they do not surprise us with new trickeries. Be alert and focus. Alright, we gotta kill this motherfucker. Alright. God damn, here we go. Alright, Jeremiah, you are a ranged boy. Magos. Thanorus, he is our healer. Dion is our melee boy, and we got we got full cogs, so we're bringing Vanguard, and we're gonna bring the Ranger, and we got 2 cogs there, 2 cogs there, we got data there. Alright, we can do this. Shit. They're already spawning things. Great.
Sweet.
Just what I wanted.
See, it could have been worse. Could have went around the room or the area and then come back, and then it would have been really fucked.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're right. Alright. So, last episode we were talking about your top 10 boss fights. And your number 10 was that Sly Cooper one from Numero Dos, I believe, right? Was the second game in the series?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and then
in between episodes, I actually kind of looked him up. That was an actual interesting, like, pick.
Thank you.
Like, it was very interesting to see how... Because I looked up, like, you know, like a lore video and a few other things for that kind of character.
Uh-huh.
Like, wow. The Sly Cooper universe is a very interesting universe that I did not, you know, at the beginning really, truly understand.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, like, you told me you hadn't played it before or anything, but like, other than, did you watch like all of the games being sped through, or was it just like the first one or the second one, or like what was your actual experience with the series?
I've watched pretty much speedruns of 1 and 2, yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on, and pretty much everything has to deal with like the Cooper clan and like the legacy and like all that stuff. So it just kind of keeps adding a little bit more and more to it. But not to say 3 and 4 aren't really good. I still really enjoy them, but I feel like the first two are kind of more like the story, and then the third and fourth one is just like adding on to it. Which is why I picked the end of the second one, because I feel like that was kind of like, I don't know, yeah, the end of that tale, and then all of that was just kind of supplemental information.
True.
But yeah, now that you've kind of seen more of it, does it seem like more of a series you're more interested in, or is it just kind of like, oh, well, that's interesting?
Well, it's kind of like a goofy thing, you know. Like I enjoy it. It looked interesting. Its speedrun community is fairly cool.
Okay.
Other than that, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty chill game. Well, it looks pretty chill.
Yeah, I was kind of doing the same thing after our last talk. Was looking up and seeing if they were making a Sly 5, and there's been talks of a TV show, of a movie, of a Sly 5, and a bunch of other talks and stuff that hasn't seemed to materialize yet, but also hasn't been not, straight up canceled yet. But yeah, a little sad to see, because it was the first 3 games were Sucker Punch, venture. Who, when the 4th one came around, they had moved on to Infamous, and then more recently the Ghost of Tsushima. Obviously, they're moving on to different things, but
well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like it's a. Well, would you, as a person who enjoys those games, would you say that trying to choose my words very carefully here, would you choose to probably not have the game done by someone other than Sucker Punch?
Well, the 4th game was done by someone else. I think it was called Suzaku, or I don't know, like SUZ something. And they were the ones who actually did the remake collection or whatever for the PS3, I think it was. And they did a pretty serviceable job. The 4th one is a solid game. It didn't feel like just a complete rehash of any of the previous games. It added its own thing to it, and granted, the art style is a little different, and that's kind of a little funky to get used to after 3 games of looking the same.
Yeah, I did notice that the art and the character designs really didn't change that much throughout most of the games. And I mean, that's not a bad thing. You know, it's not a bad thing that stuff like that happens, but it is interesting. Oh man, our boy's going down. Yep. Poop.
But yeah, I mean, just in an age where we're getting Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and all the other collection remake stuff, I feel like it could do well. I would enjoy it. But going back to the original question, I wouldn't mind someone else taking over the mantle of Sly. By all means, someone else already has, and I enjoyed that game, so it can be done. But yeah, it's just a matter of who wants to take it on, I guess, because I think the guys who did the fourth one have expressed wanting to do another game, but it just hasn't happened yet. So it's kind of all I really know, because there's not really much talk of the next game happening. So. But yeah, that's childhood memories. That's actually the very first PlayStation 2 game, I should say, that I ever played. I remember we got the PlayStation 2, and that was the first. Technically, we bought. I think it was the first, maybe it was the second Call of Duty. But then we also bought. My brother bought Sly 2, and that was the more. That was the one that seemed initially more appealing, of just like, oh man, this is crazy, wacky, cartoony, this looks cool. Let's do it. So I didn't even play the first Sly originally. I played 2 first, and then probably 3, and then eventually went back to 1. So, kind of all over the place, but...
I mean, it's an interesting game, dude. Like... It's a very, very interesting game to me when it comes to that kind of stuff. And not knowing anything about it was... I don't want to say aggravating, because I was like, well, you had this idea of, how your homie thinks this boss fight's going to be cool. And this game is literally fucking Ocean's 11, the game. Yep. Like... And they're all interesting, like, kind of anthropomorphic beings. So I'm like, this could be fun-ish.
I mean, I'm just all about that genre anyways. I love the Ocean's movies. Before they just recently came off of Netflix, I was all about that. Like Cooper Games, like, I love me a good heist.
I mean, it was so funny to me, because I was just like, when you had said it, I was like, there's no way this is like a super like in-depth thing. And then as I'm looking and researching and watching like lore videos on the tube and stuff, I'm just like, holy shit. It's literally like this.
That's all them games are, is lore, baby.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. But then again, like, I mean, it's fun. It's a fun series, and I feel it's very low impact. So that to me is pretty cool.
What do you mean low impact?
Well, I mean, it's not a game that's like superbly difficult to play.
Oh, sure.
So to me, I'm like, yo, this is something even, the dodo bird like me can pick up and be like, oh, this is interesting, or oh, this is fun, or oh, I could have fun playing this kind of game.
Sure.
So, wait, what
but yeah.
is that? Oh, he is.
But yeah, I recommend it for anyone who hasn't played it yet. Maybe we'll do it at some point.
Maybe.
I would definitely like to play it again at some point, just personally. But cool.
Okay, so I believe you were on number 8.
Yeah, so we did Sly 2 for 10. We did Bowser from 3D Worlds. we talked about that last time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, well, I guess we're getting to the end of the mission here.
Alright. Cohort withdraws from the tomb have experienced the prowess of the Necrons. Necrons destroyers firsthand. If nothing else, the Adeptus Mechanicus have learned of the stark danger these Necron war forms pose. Yes, they killed one of my bros. Anti-gravity comprehension index plus 3.9%. Projected beneficiaries Air Adeptus Mechanicus. I am focused on matters much closer in space and time, Scaevola. Achieving technical...
My shit's more important.
Yeah, exactly, dude. To preserve the grander picture, to strive to acquire and understand for the benefit of all mankind. Be that as it may, I am more interested in how your studies will help our mission on Scaevola Tenebris. Trust in the scientific method, Magos, platitude mode. Okay. Oh. Yeah, look at that, dude. 130. Fuck, man. It's gonna eat into, like, our total fucking reward.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What happened?
Bananas, dude. But hey, it happens. It happens. Alright. Hey, we got a new thing unlocked. Swear to God. Yep, here it comes again. We're gonna have another damn train of unlocks. Chant of the Remorseless Fist. Let's take... Oh, wow. Look at that. 2 arm break. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Cool.
Let's go, bro.
A little hardcore. The next attack will break 2 energy armor. That sounds good. Oh. Alright, well, sweet. Okay, so we're at 346. Can we upgrade any of our cohort boys? Yes, we can. And we will do that in between episodes. Let's figure out what our new mission is. Alright, Grave Goods. Explore the remnants of an excavation into the tomb of Ecropis, made by the original Imperial settlers on Silver Tenebris, and recover any RO tech they left behind for Tech Inquisitor Scaevola. We get a new gun that does physical damage.
Yeah.
Canister, we gain plus 2 to... Oh my gosh.
Well, that seems good.
That seems great. And then we got new Blackstone. We'll get Death Marks, Warriors, and then Anchorites. Alright, so we got that one. From the mouth of the malediction. Alright, the counter transmission was flooded the tomb of Agroch with Necron data. Vector Dogmatis Vindex has requested the source of this transmission to be located and destroyed. This is the... Let's get back in there and stop our speakers from getting turned off. We get an arc pistol, another one. Target a troop for its next base attack. It gains +1 damage. Oh, that's good. So it's another buff. And then some more Blackstone. We get flayed ones. Those are the melee boys. Mortals and warriors. And those are normal. Kefra, she wants us to do some containment. Reports that Necron flayed one attacks are destroying the morale of the Skitari in the tomb of Umjau. Stem the influx of frayed ones into the upper levels of the tomb. We would get the... Oh yeah, this is the Ranger Alpha one. And the big ass boom boom stick. And then some Blackstone. And then our first hard mission, which would give us a big boom boom stick. Pretty okay cooldown. And then Servitor's level 3. And a little bit of Blackstone from the Void Admiral. So, which one you feeling, man?
I was thinking that first one. Yeah, Grave Goods.
Just straight up, just get the new pistol and nice big ass cool buff thing.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess we'll go ahead and do that next time on Nick and Trav.
Cool.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things.
Ding ding.
Do you want to put our socials in this? Like, I don't know. Be interesting.
I don't know why. I guess I don't know.
I mean, well, you know, I don't retweet, and I don't have an Instagram, but I do have a Facebook.
Yeah, I'm basically the same. I don't really even use my Instagram. So, I mean, I guess we could.
That's a whole rant for another episode, though. So let's let these people get out of here. Tell somebody you love them, and yeah.
Love you all. Y'all have a good night.
All right, peace out, boys.